This is a family. This ain't a football club.
Hello there and welcome to the next episode of the West Ham United rebuild. Since the last episode where we won 2-1 against Arsenal and then 2-1 against Aston Villa, we had a bit of a rough patch after that game. 1-0 defeat to Manchester United, Matheus Cunha getting that goal. Ollie Watkins getting a goal at Nottingham Forest but losing in that one as well. 3-3 draw with Sunderland, who we're facing in today's episode. Brian Brobby getting a hat-trick for Sunderland. 1-1 draw against Chelsea, wasn't the worst result in the world. Charlie Cresswell getting the goal for us in that one. Cardoso, Varela and Ollie Watkins got a double to get another draw to make it 3 draws in a row. And then we had a little bit better of December. A 5-0 win against Wolves. Mateta, Neves, Varela, Urbanski and Fernandes getting a goal in that one. A 5-0 win at home against Wolves. Another home game against Newcastle. Lewis Holland goal. Elliot Anderson and Ollie Watkins with the goal in that one. Over to Everton, Watkins, Varela and Anderson getting us a 3-2 win. Away at Fulham, who were our bogey team last season, Emilsis Rose scored after 1 minute. I was expecting the worst. Pascal Stroke getting an own goal, but we ended up with a 2-2 draw. At home against Liverpool, we did something pretty unexpected. Varela, Fernandes and Urbanski in 90+6. 3 defense on the bounce, started with West Ham as Manchester City. Early start with Mateta goal in this one, but Goose getting sent off after 80 minutes kind of threw that game away. Bukayo Saka hat-trick, sort of West Ham beat us 4-1 in that one. Back-to-back 4-1 losses. Morgan's White getting sent off in this one, and a 4-1 defeat against Bournemouth. A little bit of a return to form as we beat Palace 2-1. Neto and Stroke getting a goal in that one. 3-0 up against Norwich and then 3 away in this one, away at Carrow Road. Brentford away at 0-0, and then Chelsea, the last game we just played, Cole Palmer getting the goal in this one. Just finished the transfer window in this one, Sunderland and Brighton in this one. For the episode, let's go on to transfer history to show you what we've done. Firstly, we'll look at ends. Firstly, we've got Nathan Decat, 40 million as a Wonderkid. 4-star defensive midfielder, fairly ambitious as well. 16 strength, 16 composure, 17 anticipation, decent tackling, marking, passing, first touch, vision, work rate, strength, stamina, just has everything. Plays 1-2, dictates tempo, just everything you want in a defensive midfielder, being 19 years old, and a Wonderkid as well, even better. So after that, a couple of Wonderkids. Yuki Sato from Hiroshima, another deep line playmaker, decent first touch, passing, bravery, and decent corners as well. Not too bad of a pace. 6 foot, is a little bit temperamental, but as a Wonderkid for 975k from Hiroshima, not a bad one. From that, Japanese international, and then Marcelino, of course, we need a Brazilian winger. 18 years old, pretty decent pace at 15 and 15. Stamina of 16, decent little player, under 21s, only 2-star at the moment, about 11.75 million for Marcelino. And then we have another one if we go on future transfers. Khalid Munsters, a little freebie coming to us at the end of the season, a 17-year-old midfielder. For a freebie, you can't really ignore it. Is in Dutch youth team, decent passing, pretty good mentors as well, 16 teamwork, very determined as well. He's a little smaller at 5'5", but plenty of room to grow. And if you go on future transfers again, Danny Hesp, right fullback from Telstar, transferred to West Ham, joining us in January next year. Decent crossing technique, mentals are very good as well with the physicals. If we can get them technicals up, it'll be even better, and at 6 foot as well, not too bad. Anyway, let's look at the Premier League table. If we can do it like this, up to 7th at the moment, top 7 gets Europe, top 5 gets Champions League, 6th gets Europa League, and 7th gets Europa Conference League. So if we finish in that top 7, it will be ideal, but we need to pick up our form as we've not exactly had the best winter period. Anyway, Brighton, who are second in the episode, are just behind us in 8th. And then first game of the episode is 13th against Sunderland. Here is the lineup for today's game. Firstly, Ramsdale in goal, Sedilla, Cresswell, Stroke and Chilwell. Nathan the Cat, the new Wonderkid, coming in to play with another Wonderkid, Joe Bellingham. And Elliot Anderson. That midfield is definitely stacking up quite nicely. Neto, Varela and Ollie Watkins. Van der Vaart, Mateta, Skulls, Fernandez and Neves, Gibbs White, Gusto and Max Kilman. Marcelino is in the reserves as well if we need to do. And Chris Rigg is also injured. Right then, under the snow at Stadium of Light against Sunderland. Don Mallard to Granit Xhaka to get Sunderland kicked off. Yellow ball in this one. A little bit of a good thing. Long field ball to Ollie Watkins. Doesn't quite knock it down. Diarra to Brobby. Did score a hat-trick against us in the reverse fixture. Has another shot here and finds the bottom left corner. Assisted by Fabio Bolde. 10 minutes in. Sunderland 1. West Ham 0. Only to Xhaka. Xhaka doesn't lock onto it though. Watkins trying to do all of it on his own. Brobby, as I said, just falls for Diarra and then almost the same finish. This time in the top corner, not the bottom corner. 80 minutes in and this game against Sunderland is not going to plan. Here we go then. First highlight of the game for us. Knocked back to Anthony Patterson. We're not even going to win matches if we're not even shooting. 38 minutes in, still not had a shot on target. Patterson to Fisher. Fisher to Bolde. Bolde to Habib Diarra. These two have just absolutely tortured us this game. Another cross to Bobby. Somehow he doesn't get that. Mix of the Cat and Chilwell get away. Ronaldo to Alderete. Build up for Sunderland again. Definitely to crack into this team at half time. We have not been good enough. Over to Sedilla on the right hand side for the throw in. That was a pretty poor throw. The Cat, pretty poor pass. Is only a second appearance and you can kind of have him used to it. Kind of not get used to this one though. Balde has all of the goal to aim for and luckily for us shoots that wide and scoring would have been a lot easier. And kick us into gear. 56 minutes in. Sedilla to Gibbs White. Back to Sedilla. Gibbs White has an option on the right. Does get it. Anderson. Gibbs White. Plenty of players in the box. Does win it back though. Cross. Fernandez, I'm not even sure who shot that. Sunderland, Fisher on this right hand side to take. 69 minutes in, it was just not been good in this game at all. There's a couple of games recently where we just don't turn up and I don't get why. I guess this is our first season really being towards the top of the league, but Sunderland near the bottom of the table, they should not be running over us like this. There we are then, pretty poor performance from us. 2-0 win against 2-0 defeat against Sunderland. First 2 goals in the first 20 minutes. And we didn't really even threat that goal. 1 XG to there, almost 2. And Brobby, Bolde, Diarra just absolutely ruined us. Here we are then, a couple of changes from this game against Brighton. It is midweek as well. Wednesday night, under the lights at the Amex Stadium. Ramsdale, Gusto, Cresswell, Streak, Chilwell, the Cat, Anderson, Bellingham, Gibbs White, Neto and Watkins. Changed a few roles for Bellingham as well. Hopefully we can have a little bit of a better performance in this one. Gusto comes in for Sedilla and what was his name? Varela, who had a 6.0 in the last game. Dropped. Coming down this right hand side seems to be a bit of an issue for us. This time Ramsdale saves 3.5 minutes in and Ramsdale is already in action. This left hand side for us, Ben Chilwell is just not having a very good time. Cross comes in and Gonzalo Ramos heads in the corner. 4 minutes in, thought we were doing better in this one, but Brighton 1, West Ham 0. Here we are then, 34 minutes in, we've still not had a shot on target in this game. It's just the last 2 games, just the first half for shots on target. Just not doing well. Baleba to Ramos, the goal scorer, to Mato Rayleigh, Yukobi Minta down this right hand side, Dallo. Not sure really where Chilwell is. Matoma shot into the back of the net. Dallo with the assist. Brighton get the second, and it looks like it's going to be the same story as last game. Into the second half, Chilwell to Neto. Can we at least get a shot or something decent in this one? Chilwell, Bellingham, the Cat, Anderson, the Cat, Frostfield ball to Gibbs White on the right hand side. Cross in, Bellingham with a pretty free header, doesn't even test Carl Rushworth in the Brighton Albion goal. Malik Gusto starts us off in the second half. Matt O'Reilly wins it back though, quite high up. Matt O'Reilly, to be fair, that's a pretty decent finish. 49 minutes in, and this game has gone from bad to worse. 3 minutes in, still not really anything for us. Couple changes made. Elliot Anderson with a deep free kick, doesn't really test Rushworth in the goal. Does go out for a corner though. One last time. Can he do a little bit better? Does have a little bit better. John Philip Mateta gets a little goal. 83 minutes in, can we go attacking? Maybe kind of get some goal difference back, if nothing else. Or some pro. And Chilwell, can we get a goal back for, and maybe even unlikely equaliser? Not with passes like that. Wins it back though. Varela, can he get a decent ball in or a shot? Not really sure why he's just on a spin in the box. Didn't really work that time anyway. Chilwell over to Varela, doesn't win that over Boselli. A little bit of a hospital pass, to be honest. And there is the full-time whistle. Brighton have Albion 3, West Ham United 0. Have a look at the live table. We are now 9th. European dream a little bit out of reach at the moment. Still got 10 games left to play. Hopefully we can get our form back and aim for them European positions. Anyway, that is the end of today's episode. 2 disappointing defeats. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.